What's going on, everybody? Spunky Nights 91 coming, you guys, with another video. So, Eagles Pro Bowl right tackle Lane Johnson spoke about the Eagles embracing the new role, the new identity for 2019. He talked about them moving on from the underdog role that they played the past 2 seasons. They obviously used the whole underdog thing, wearing the dog mask to help prepare them to, propel them to win Super Bowl 52. He spoke about now that the Eagles are regarded as one of the top teams in the league. They're no longer underdogs, and they're embracing the new role as one of the top dogs. He also spoke about Carson Wentz. Spoke about the Carson Wentz, the whole mindset, the new mindset, the new attitude that he's seeing from Carson Wentz. Yeah, he spoke about that, and just moving on, and putting the underdog role, the underdog identity behind them, and embracing the new identity of being one of the top teams in the league. I got an article off of EaglesWire.com for all you guys out there who wonder where I get a lot of my video inspiration from. What are some of the sites I'm looking at when I make these videos? EaglesWire.com is one of those places I really do enjoy their site. I enjoy the articles that they post there. I look at the articles, and that's what I look at when I make these videos. I look at the Eagles Wire. I'm gonna read the article they had on this right here. I'm gonna read the article. I'm gonna read, of course, the quote from Lane Johnson, of course, and of course I'm gonna give you my thoughts afterwards. So, yeah. With that said, let's go ahead and get started. The article starts off saying that 2 seasons ago, the Eagles embraced being the underdogs, donning a dog mask as they trounced opponent after opponent in the playoffs, en route to defeat the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 52. After returning to the playoffs last season despite an injury-plagued year, the Birds are the underdogs no more. Lane Johnson knows that the Eagles are the hunted at this point, and during a sit-down with NFL Total Access, talked about Philadelphia embracing a new identity. This is what Lane Johnson had to say. Lane Johnson said that new identity for us last year was a good learning curve for us as we struggled. It kind of looked like the playoffs were out of reach, and we somehow found a way despite all our injuries and everything that took place. I feel like we're stronger because of it now, and a really strong team. I think we made a lot of good decisions in the offseason on who we have, and we're right where we need to be right now. That right there was Lane Johnson's. That was his quote. The article finishes up like this. It says that the Eagles are a confident group, and if Carson Wentz can return to the form that placed him in the lead for MVP honors in 2017, the Philadelphia Eagles should boast the most improved offense in the NFL. So there you go, right there. That's the article, of course, including the quote by Lane Johnson. Just talk about moving on from 2018 to 2017, moving on from that underdog role and just embracing the new role, and talked about the team that the Eagles have this season. So yeah, you can no longer call us the underdogs, that's for sure, man. The underdog role, we definitely embraced that in the 2017-18 playoffs, whatever. We definitely did embrace the whole underdog thing because we were the number one seed, and despite being the number one seed, we were predicted to lose every single game in the playoffs. We were definitely the most underlooked first seed in NFL history. We definitely were. So yeah, the whole underdog thing, it was great. It was definitely great for that that time, because it definitely fit for that time. But now that we've won a Super Bowl, and now that we return back to the playoffs the following year, yeah, we can no longer call ourselves underdogs. That's just the reality of the fact. Will there be some in the media that continue to doubt us, continue to underrate us? Yeah, of course there will be. But when you've had the success that we've had the past couple of years, yeah, we really can't identify ourselves as underdogs. That's a fact. This season, coming up this season, man, I'm very pumped for this season, man. Carson Wentz obviously just got paid this offseason. He has a lot to. He got a big chip on his shoulder. He wants to go out there and prove that he can win the Super Bowl for the Eagles. Obviously a lot of people, the whole thing with Nick Foles, people giving Nick Foles all the credit for that Super Bowl win. Deep down Carson Wentz wants to go out there and prove them wrong, and I think he will. Now I made my comment. My comments on Carson Wentz getting paid, which he just did. You guys know how I feel on that. My opinion on that has not changed. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. He got his money. Congratulations to Carson Wentz. But now that he's got his money, I expect big things from him. Plain and simple. I expect big numbers from him next season. I expect him to go out there and absolutely dominate. And I think he will, man. You know this guy's mindset. You know his attitude, man. The guy wants to win. Plain and simple. That's the bottom line with Carson Wentz. He wants to win. And he wants to prove to the doubters, he wants to prove to these haters that he is in fact worthy of being considered a franchise quarterback. He wants to prove to them that he's not injury prone. He wants to prove to them that he can play 4 seasons. The past 2 seasons, obviously he's been hurt the past 2 seasons, but he wants to get that whole stigma, that whole mindset, that whole belief by most of the league that he's injury prone. He wants to put an end to that. And I'm crossing my fingers, man. I'm definitely crossing my fingers that he does so in 2019 and beyond. Because now he's paid like a franchise quarterback. I expect him to deliver like a franchise quarterback. We definitely are the hunted now, man. Last season, every opponent that played us, man, they wanted to take a shot at us, man. They want to take a shot at the defending Super Bowl champion. So yeah, really the whole underdog mindset was gone after we won that Super Bowl. It really was. But last season overall was a pretty rough season. I'm proud of these boys, man, the way they were able to pull it together and still get in the playoffs despite so many damn injuries. Like, injuries were coming left and right, man. Like, every week somebody was going down. Somebody was going down every single week. It was tough. For me, it was tough. It was a very tough season to get through. But they were able to pull it together. They were able to get to the playoffs. They were able to get a playoff seed. Obviously, get the number 6 seed. Get to the playoffs. Beat the Chicago Bears with the crazy ending to that game with the missed field goal by former Eagles kicker Cody Parkey. And then the following week against the Saints, man, they went to that game. They started off hot, man. They started off really, really hot. Putting up two touchdowns, and then it went south after that. Now I know that's a bitter taste in their mouth as well. But overall, I'm proud of these boys, the way they were able to pull it together and go on a winning streak there and still make the playoffs. It shows you what these guys are made of, man. It shows you the fighters. They don't give up, and those are the type of guys you want on your team, man. We definitely have a tough group of guys here, man. And I'm proud of the way they played at the end of the season, man. I really am. It was tough early in that season, man, because you saw how sloppy things were, especially on offense, And this secondary was just, it was a practice squad secondary that we were playing with. But I'm proud how everybody came together, man, and they made a run there at the end of the season and still found a way to get in the playoffs. So yeah, this season, man, my expectations are very high. This team is very deep in almost every position. The depth is incredible on this team, man. And I expect big things in 2019. I expect huge things in 2019. I expect us not only to take back the NFC East, but I expect us to go into the playoffs and make a run. I definitely expect us to make a run. On paper, this roster, in my opinion, is better than 2017 Eagles. And we all know what that Eagles team went on to do. So, yeah, man. We're no longer underdogs, man. Teams are still going to take shots at us, man. And we're prepared for it, man. We are built for it, and I can't wait. So to all these opponents that want to come take shots at us, bring it on, bitches. Bring it on. But you guys let me know what you think in the comment section, man. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. But tell me what you think in the comment section. As always, go Birds. Spunky Nights 91 is out of here. Fly, Eagle, fly. Peace.